Hello guys and what's up? Welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off is here. Let's go. Who should I show my poem first? Sayori Natsuki Yurai Monica. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? That's annoying noise, isn't it? This is a hard choice now. This is a really hard choice. Which one do I want to show first? Between all these four charming, beautiful, attractive, shut the fuck up, of course it's Yurai. Yurai seems the most experienced, so I should start with her, of course. Yes, why not? Start with the best one you know. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Ta-da! As Yurai reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Why did I laugh on that? Why did I have to laugh on that one? There is nothing funny in there. I don't understand why. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yurai first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. He really didn't do anything wrong, Yurai. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yurai takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? None. Just like, none. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Yes, boys. I don't understand why she likes graveyard in the previous part. What's the metaphor in the graveyard? It's just a place where people just dead. They are dead. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yurai stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yurai trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Wow. As a writer myself, I wrote stories, but this thing, whatever she said just now, is actually very correct. I tip my hat on you, Yurai. Once Yurai finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that got into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yurai is apologizing to herself, to me, or not to Natsuki. It could probably be all three of you at the same time, to be honest. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yurai smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for him. Fuck you, motorbike. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Dear God, at writing. Oh, this needs an atmospheric one. The ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the tests of time. the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, revving air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. If your handwriting is terrible, lady, what do you think my handwriting is? A fucking public chaos? Is that it? Is my writing an anarchy inside it? Is that an anarchy? If that thing is just messy, what is my writing? It's an anarchy. Boy. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Of course, it's amazing, that's why. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No shit you do. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, do you write? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, cunt. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That is impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. Just quick, nah. Nah, man. If you think my writing is impressive, you need help. Your eyes need help, that's it. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, cunt. Please don't. You're going to be disappointed really soon. Me too. Okay, who's next, shall we? Monica Natsuki Sayori. I want to guess which one is going to have the most ridiculous poem. Sayori is a really simple. Natsuki is a little bit like noisy and annoying type. But there is like a little bit of something behind that noisy, annoying type. As much as Sayori is like simple-minded and somehow really just like their character, there must be something behind them. I'll go with Sayori. Let's go. This is a good poem, cunt. I just went into... Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Just like sarcastically remarking, just in his own mind, just, yeah, no shit. Savage MC. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, cunt. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Well, thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive. I bet she didn't. Then again, I can't deny she's a part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you've read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. No, no. In fact, I should be worried because you're bad at this. What if you made a poem about chairs or I don't know, curtains or mops? We'll see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Oh, the rhymes are very nice. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. After all that, we went to a segue. We went to a segue that I don't expect. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want a breakfast. I bet you did. I bet you did want breakfast. I need a second to process that one. Oh my god, that segue. Everything was fine until I read the last sentence. That reword destroys everything above. Sayori. I think the MC knows well, just like, what the fuck, dude? Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until see until this morning to write this? I make a dibs before this that she didn't actually remember to wrote. No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I'm sorry for making that noise. It's night and I cannot laugh out loud. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just... I'm not sure if that meant to be an insult or I'm going to compliment her, but because it's me, I heard it like, you are a really simple asshole, ain't you? Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. Apply salt water to the burnt area. I made eggs. Why are you happy? Look at your nose. Look at your nose. Why are you happy? Oh my god. Yeah, this is the kind of person that I would laugh at for the next month. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. You can at least, I don't know, make a packed breakfast, eat it at school. Like, I don't know, is that a thing in Japan? No. Okay. I get all cranky. I bet you did. You're an asshole if you don't eat shit. Eat Snickers, not sponsored. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing. Hehe. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Next one. Of course, we leave Monica for the last. The president might have quite a bit of surprise for us in store. But not Suki, let's see. Let's see the annoying part of this section. Even look at her face. She was like, even her eyes looks at me like, no. Is this the kind of the girl that we're going to deal with? Is it? I hope not. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like... Excuse me? What the fuck do you mean? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. I'm sorry, I should... I need to get out from my desk for a moment, like... I just... Bye-bye! 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 Back to my desk. If the previous two has a really nice handwriting and everything, and the wording is great, this one is like Comic Sans. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. But what? Huh? What? Dear God, that's bad. At least make a pun. I won't mind if it's a pun. It just that's actually how much sentences was that? Is that like 6 to 7 sentences of absolutely nothing? Oh, I'm not disappointed with that results. Not disappointed at all. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. MC, excuse me. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Well, because... because... Just insert that picture of that medieval painting of a really potato person with a small face. Just because... Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. As in... I'm looking back to her poem in my mind, and I'm just like... My mind is just like... Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. True. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on Okay. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Found it again. The bang. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I was about to make a short joke, but I feel bad now. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm a nice guy, and I'm proud. The last one. Let's go, boys. Monica, show me what you have, Mr. President. Mr. President! I mean, Mrs. President. Hi, Kunt. Having a good time so far? Why am I going for that tone? Just go normal. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Oh, the thriller lean forward. Okay. Don't worry, cunt. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, cunt. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. You mean with the boop? Does the boop brings up the metaphorical senses inside my poem? Does the boop satisfies you, my lady? Okay, I will not do that again. So stupid. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Are you sure about that? I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. See, this guy has it. This guy knows what he's doing. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yurai likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yurai likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yurai has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about Yen. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Shut the fuck up, motorbike. Holy shit. It's 12 a.m. Shut the fuck up. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I like it. I like the style. I like the contents. But let's go a little bit more thought to it. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Is that a metaphor for me? Is that a metaphor for us? Because I kind of feel like that's a metaphor for us, because I'm looking into a screen, which technically could be a hole, and she's inside, and then there is the hole, and then I'm going in, and then she's going out, and then the hole, and okay, I'll leave it at the hole. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Epiphany? Is it some kind of Sweeney Todd stuff? You know, Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of the Fleet Street stuff? Because if it is, boy, we are going down in the drains right now because one of us is going to get killed and turned into a pie. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, sometimes something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Should I prepare notes? No? Okay. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. True. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. True. Fucking true. I haven't continued my story that last updated at July until now. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later, which is something I never did at all. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. That's correct, but pens nowadays don't work exactly that way, unless you really get a bad quality of pen, so use something good. Or maybe use a pencil. Better. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. I bet it did, especially with that breakfast thing, because boy, I don't see that coming at all. That is something I don't see coming at all in 10 fucking years even. Just never mind about that. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting, my eyes laid on Yurai and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. Look at your nose! Look at your nose too! As they read in tandem, I watch each their expressions change. Oh no, this is going to be the next civil war. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yurai smiles sadly. Oh, I feel you in a more spiritual level, Yurai. Just if you read that thing, you kind of feel like you're done for the day. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with, I'm sorry, sir, I'm reading. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that, it just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. That motorbike really makes me want to kill a person right now. It's 12 AM and you just feel like all across a quiet neighborhood. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Look at the bitchy tone it just gave off. That just makes me feel like, no, this is bad, just bad. Sayuri liked it, and Kun did it too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer. Oh, you're just about to get shut down. But I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Look at the change of her face. She knows she got shut down. RKO out of the nowhere, right on your fucking ridiculous pink-headed shit. And couldn't like my poem too, you know. Oh, that last stab into the wound. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yurai. Oh, am I really going to get dragged into this, girls? Like, I'm standing here, hello, can I have a say on this? Like, no, please, don't. That's not what I... You're just... Yurai stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kant appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. That's stab. Ooh, that's stab. Ooh, I can feel the crowd, the generic crowd cheering on the background. It's like, oh, that's gotta be painful, right, Natsuki? Right? Is everyone okay? No, they're not, Sayuri. Of course they're not. Don't you see the fucking thunder in their eyes? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Khan started showing. Oh, that's such a generic line to say, and I'm so entertained by that one. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you! The two of them just yelled at the fucking president. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards. Oh no. As if they just noticed I was standing there. Cunt! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have it to figure. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, cunt. Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, cunt? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? My question's exactly, sir. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... It's a decision, so will I going to side with Yurai or Natsuki? Or we can just turn to Sayori and just like give the signal of just help me. A very strong predicament, but you know what? We're going to solve that predicament in the next episode. I know you will hate me for ending it when the things are going good, but what I can say, that's all it is. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to make a decision in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this part. This is SOVA, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.